What's up, everyone? Hope everybody out there is off to a great week. Man, for some people, this is didn't start out as a great week, and it's looking like it's not going to end as a great week, as if we haven't had enough gloomy sadness and different things in NASCAR. This is a situation that involves something outside of the racing environment. Let's say that this was a NASCAR team employee who struck a pedestrian on a golf cart. And I know it sounds simple enough, but this is something, man, I would not be covering, but it's made its rounds all over the place today. I've seen so many comments by so many people, speculation and everything else. I live here in Concord. I've got the incident report. I got the police reports and everything else right here in front of me. So I figured I could clear up a little bit of the air with actually what happened, and hopefully help some people, because I've seen some very harsh things being posted today. Just to give you a better idea, hopefully, and hopefully eliminate some of the other things that are going on. Now, the employee is an employee of 2311. I'll show you the mug shot right here. I'm going to keep her face out of this. You can see the 2311 logo and everything on the shirt. And it's a very unfortunate situation. But what I want to do now, I'm going to let you take a look at the incident report right here, because this will give you a little better idea of what took place. So the driver of vehicle number one, which was the employee, turned the wrong way traveling towards the tunnel to go under the track at gate 2. The pedestrian was standing in the roadway to help traffic pass. The driver of vehicle 1 made a U-turn heading back out the way she entered. The driver of vehicle number 1 struck the pedestrian, knocking him to the ground and dragging him, and then striking a fence. The driver of vehicle 1 was charged with assault with a deadly weapon inflicting serious injury. Now that's a very serious charge. I'm going to go into this as how I know this and know some more about this, because from things that have happened firsthand this year to my family. So that's the interesting part right here, because the assault with a deadly weapon inflicting serious injury right there alone, that can carry around a 4-year prison sentence right there. And then there's going to be other factors that come into this. But here's the interesting part with this, because if you go and look, this is the Concord Police Department here in Concord, North Carolina. If you take a look right here at the events that took place with this, you can see that there's an accident report, which is the incident report, the accident report, arrest, and incident report. And you can see this says assault with deadly weapon with intent to kill. So this changes everything, if this is the way it is. And I'm not sure. I think earlier when I looked at this, that this wasn't reading this way. Could be wrong. But as you look right here, that's what it's showing. Assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of things that come out about this. There's going to be different aspects of witnesses. People, they're going to give their, views of what took place. Any video, anything like that can go along with this to see if it's a mitigating factor, or aggravating factor. And if you know about the tunnel at Charlotte and everything else, there's a pedestrian walkway. So I don't know, man. There's going to be a lot going into this. Everything I've gathered today says this gentleman is a very well-liked man, 77 years old. So obviously not running across, in front of traffic or anything like that. But again, this is going to be very interesting to see what charges lay out here and what happens going forward with this. Now, I want to say this much too. The reason why I know things about this, I'm going to cover this briefly because I just don't like talking about this anymore. But my son was involved in a situation earlier this year where he was attacked inside a mall by a gentleman with a baseball bat, who he suffered multiple blows to his head all across his body, which was an attempt to take my son's life. And the original charges with this were assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious bodily injury. That's the way it was going to start out. Once I got on DA, had investigators that were assigned to it, everything else, the whole investigation was done. Video, witness testimony, everything else come forward. These charges were ramped up to attempted murder, which they should have been all along, because he tried to take my son's life. And we had a long road. Again, I'm just not going into that right now. Other than that, it just shows you that these charges can be increased. And this is the very same police department, very same DA, very same court system and everything else that my son's case was involved in, which we got a long trial ahead of us. Obviously, this is probably going to be the same way with that. But again, it just shows that things can change with the varying aspects that play into this. But an unfortunate situation. Now, I will say this much. I always tell people, because people always tell me, and they're like, hey, Todd, man, I'm going to race for the first time, especially people that are getting in the garage here. They got a hot pass or VIP, whatever they are now. And I always tell them, and keep your head on the swivel because you never know what's going to happen. Race car, I can't tell you how many situations throughout the years I've seen of people who weren't paying attention in the garage area that damn near get wiped out by a car coming off the racetrack, trying to get back behind the garage or into the garage. And this is a situation with a golf cart in the parking lot. So again, always keep your eyes open at the racetrack. You never know. There's a lot of moving pieces that are going on there. And again, it sounds like she went in the wrong way. I don't know how you go in the wrong way and not catch it originally. I don't know, man. But that's what I'm gathering of it. We'll wait for the evidence to come out and see what actually took place. But an unfortunate situation, and we hope the gentleman is able to recover quickly. Man, just again, everybody, if you're at the racetrack, pay attention, keep your eyes open, and because you never know. And I mean, in this case, who the hell expects to get run over by a golf cart at a racetrack? It just don't seem possible, but it did. So, anyways, be safe out there. Be safe at the racetrack. Hopefully, we're done with some bad news for a while, and we can have some fun racing, some good racing, and some promising news. And man, just everybody out there, be good to each other, and hope you have a great rest of your week. And man, as always, we'll see you at Checker Flag.